It's the NBA on a look at the Magic starting group. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point guard. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Reed is out there with Randall, and it's DiVincenzo in at the one spot. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Suggs with the ball. Banchero, a screen on DiVincenzo. Suggs kicks to Banchero. He's looking for Caldwell Pope and finds him. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Now here's DiVincenzo.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year, and on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Carter with a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Suggs. Misses off the left iron.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Caldwell Pope passes to Carter. Carter with a screen on DiVincenzo. And that one is good from Suggs. Suggs has got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. 4 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Randall no good. It's stolen by Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Wagner passes to Suggs. Banchero a screen for Suggs. Banchero with the ball. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. DiVincenzo kicks to Reed. Edwards against Suggs. Back to Reed from deep. Pass to McDaniels. At the elbow, Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. Suggs against DiVincenzo. Tries again. Edwards no good. Magic leading by 4. Last year, coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Randall a screen on Wagner. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Paolo Banchero.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Pass to Randall. Up top, DiVincenzo. He's defended by Wagner.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Here's Caldwell Pope after the basket by Minnesota. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. 1 second left. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Buried from outside.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quick.
And so it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope making highlights for Orlando. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Joe Ingles is out there with Gobert. Then it's Conley, and it's Shannon in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Harris. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Ingles, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Back to Isaac. Here's De Silva. Clock is at 3. Nice open look, but it's no good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Anthony against Conley. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Harris. Gobert with a screen on Isaac. Oh, the lob to Gobert. The shot off that time.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet.
Harris finds Isaac. Wagner as screen on Conley. Here's Anthony. And so Orlando again turning it over.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now, Alexander Walker. He has yet to score. Misses the three. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. They trail by 1. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Isaac with a screen for Anthony. There's the drive. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. Michael Conley picks one up.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
And both free throws good for Anthony. And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season has really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round. But it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle struggles.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Anthony taking his time here. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Gobert, no good. Orlando lead it. Pass to De Silva. Out left to the wing. Wagner passes to Anthony. They set the pick. Back to Wagner. Clock at 6. Now Anthony lets it go from deep. Gobert pulls it in. Alexander Walker with the ball. No scoring in this one. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. And the basket by Ingles. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Wagner with a screen for Harris. Back to Wagner. Pass to Anthony. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Conley with it. Now Anthony defending. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Anthony against Conley. It's Anthony with the drive. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Conley's shot is off. Magic have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
6-second difference between the shot and game count. Conley kicks to Ingles. Another miss by Minnesota. Conley against Anthony. Here's Isaac. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Wagner in its small forward. Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Caldwell Pope's got 12.
And Caldwell Pope taking over this game. Tremendous confidence he's displaying in his ability.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
McDaniels against Suggs. Randall outside. And here is DiVincenzo. 10 points for him.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
Yeah, KCP steady there at the line. Nice work to draw the contact.
The Magic have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Did you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah. That payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Here's Banchero. The Magic again can't hit. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Here's Suggs. Hits the jumper in space. Suggs has got it all tied up now for the Magic.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Edwards with confidence.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 14. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. Banchero against Randall. Plays it up off the glass. Randall's got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
And it's Suggs missing. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Suggs dishes to Banchero. Banchero a screen on McDaniel. Wagner passes to Suggs. Back to Wagner. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Wagner's got his first 2 points. Edwards looking it over. Randall with a screen for Edwards. Floats it up for Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And that is a big man rumbling downhill. Randall is an excellent pick and roll partner.
Carter with a screen on DiVincenzo. Suggs. No good with the triple.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Reed with a screen for DiVincenzo. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Suggs against DiVincenzo. Suggs passes to Banchero. Lets it go with a three. Nailed from three-point land. Banchero's got 5 now.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And as we end the third quarter, and a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Reed is out there with Randall, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Randall, a screen on Suggs. Here's Edwards. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Orlando trailing here. Here's Suggs. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Over in the corner, Banchero. And the three ball is good. Banchero's got 5 points in the quarter.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
DiVincenzo against Wagner. Randall, a screen on Wagner. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Here's Banchero. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reeves got his 4th rebound in this one. Suggs against Randall. Pass to Edwards. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defended by Carter. Here's the break. And finished off by Banchero.
And this kid is just a natural-born scorer. Banchero can post you up, face you up, and also beat you in transition.
Edwards, no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Wagner kicks to Suggs. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Pass to DiVincenzo. Got it. Good job in the low post. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And Wagner drives in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
Banchero, a screen on Edwards. Here's Carter. Count it. And the Magic lead by 3.
Yeah, becoming better at setting up his teammates, and KCP delivers that pass on target.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Reed with a screen on Wagner. McDaniels finds DiVincenzo. Back to McDaniel. Offline with his 3. Orlando leading by 3. Suggs passes to Banchero. Got loose. Plays it up and takes it in. Banchero's got 12 points here in the second half.
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
Here's Suggs. And he banks in the layup. And now a 7-point Magic lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
Reed misses. It's Orlando's ball. Wagner outside. Carter with a screen on Randall. And Suggs throws it down.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Fires from way outside. Missed. And so it's Orlando winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
Safe to say, they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Butler in at the 3. Now here's Payton. Clock at 6. Curry finds Butler. They get it back. Here's Looney. And he banks in the layup.
Kind of a simple job for Looney out there, but he's willing to do it. Gets into the middle and fights for that board.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch, and we spoke about how he plans to deal with the three-point king, Stephen Curry. He said the biggest challenge, honestly, it's not the shooting, it's the playmaking. Steph is an incredible passer, so you can't double team him. He'll find the open man. As always, it's not easy facing Steph. Ryan?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Green. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Here's the 3. Curry, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
McDaniels from long range hits the trifecta.
Dante DiVincenzo with a real nice team-first play.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. You know, not too many teams have the stability and head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
For three, Randall, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Green up top. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Well, Draymond Green must be feeling good because no hesitation in that one there, letting it rip.
To the paint. Here's McDaniels. Outside Reed. From deep. Rebounded by Butler. Golden State has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Curry, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. DiVincenzo finds Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. In transition, here come the Warriors.
Such a dogged defender as Butler's instincts right there get him the steal.
Inside, Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Curry gets the bucket.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Randall the bucket on the assist from Edwards. Randall's got his second basket.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Outside Payton. The three. Knocks it down from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
Well, B.A., it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that he shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league.
Now here's Butler. No points so far. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Yeah, I know you want to focus on the shooting with Steph, but man, he's going to make plays too.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Reed to screen on Butler. Here's McDaniels. And here's Edwards outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
Here's Curry. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Majimski comes in for Stephen Curry. On defense, the Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. Here's Jackson Davis. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
And the foul called on Brandon Majimski. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Edwards for three. Rebounded by Green. And here's Pajemski. Puts up a deep three. Here's Butler. Tries again. No good on the layup. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 5. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Joe Ingles is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Mike Conley, and it's Shannon in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. The shot by Pajemski, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Ingles from outside. Buries it from 3. Ingles has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Warriors shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Here's Butler. Oh, tough work inside from Butler.
Jimmy B doing his work there, challenging in the lane.
For three, Conley. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Here's Podziemski. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Conley with the ball. Now Podziemski defending. Alexander Walker, the pass to Ingles. Gobert inside, covered by Jackson Davis.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Here's Hield. Gets an open look and hits it.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Conley on the wing. Alexander Walker. And wow, Rudy! Fancy.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Pass to Green. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. Minnesota shooting their first foul shot of the game. And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 3. Curry. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
And that's Curry showing some of that toughness, not going to shy away from contact.
Ingles passes to Alexander Walker. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Hield.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Now here's Moody. The D's right on him. 5 on the clock. Here's Kuminga. The rebound by Ingles. And so Conley will bring it up for the T-Wolves. 3-point lead. To the middle. Oh, Gobert rocking the rim.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And, of course, he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors trail by 4. Curry looking it over. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Curry, not one of those guards who shrinks when he gets inside.
Curry against Conley. Pass to Gobert. Gobert not bothered by the D.
Nice play by Gobert, taking it up strong and daring people to stop him.
Kuminga's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Minnesota shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And the Warriors make some changes. Green's checked in for Kuminga, and Payton is subbed in for Hield. Warriors trail by 6. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Curry. Outside for Green. Back to Curry from deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Outside Conley. Picked by Gobert. Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by Looney. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You look at Rudy Gobert in this game, he's been everywhere.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the floor for the Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3. Here's Edwards. Oh! Edwards with the highlight reel jam.
Things are starting to come together for them. And the lead is starting to grow, too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Randall, right side. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. Randall's got 6.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Green, the pass to Payton. Let's go with a 3. Oh, Curry, a sick triple.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
The Timberwolves lead by 7. Randall finds Edwards. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Looney. Curry against Edwards. Outside, Green. Pass to Butler. Here's Looney. Outside for Green. Back to Butler. Just 4 to shoot. Outworking everybody. Jimmy Butler.
Just relentless Jimmy Butler.
Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
To the inside. Edwards packs it home.
Can you say terrific athlete? Edwards just enjoys getting deep positioning and rising up for the slam.
It's stolen by Looney. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Payton's shot is good. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. It's Edwards on the wing. Reed, a screen on Payton. Outside Reed. A deep 3. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got his 6th rebound on the night. On the wing, Payton. McDaniels covering. Pass to Curry. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Butler passes to Curry. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Outside McDaniels. Gets the 3 ball to go. McDaniels got 6 points.
And how about Edwards? Keeping his head up and spotting the open man.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green. Moody's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Hield is subbed in for Stephen Curry. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. Here's Payton. He's got 5. Into the lane. Can't get it to fall. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And how about Dante coming up and bringing his own inferno?
Outside Hield. Pass to Kuminga. On the wing, Payton. 6 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the Warriors miss again. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And he makes it. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Well, that's awareness there from Randall. He keeps an eye out for his open teammate.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Hield missing. Minnesota's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Outside Hield. Pass to Payton. Back to Hield. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Minnesota up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Minnesota leading by 14. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Outside Payton. And the layup is good.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Down low. Here's Randle. And it's Randle with the jam.
Randle with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
Outside Hield.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
And throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Edwards, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. Butler's checked in for the Warriors. Pajimski comes in for Payton. Edwards, the pass to Reid. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And Minnesota making a change here. Conley's checked in. And down it goes. 2 points.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts and he has the skill.
Hield for 3. Sinks it from distance. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Conley. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Totally fearless. Conley clashes against strong defense inside. He'll go to any lengths to find those shots.
And the Warriors make some changes. Looney's checked in for Jackson Davis. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga. And it's Stephen Curry in for Pajimski.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
McDaniels passes to Randle. Launches a 3. Minnesota again missing. Warriors trail by 13. Now here's Curry. That one goes. Count it.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Curry against Conley. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, it feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Reed with it. Now guarded by Curry. Here's McDaniels. Reed for 3. He buries it from 3. Reed's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Healed for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
Outside Edwards. Back to Daniels. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter here. And it's good. 2 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Green, the pass to Curry. Launches it. And it's Green missing. Minnesota leading by 12. Back to Daniels. The 3 is up. That shot, no good. Golden State has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
And of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
The shot by Conley, no good. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. 3-pointer. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Here's Reed. Back to Conley. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Gets stolen by Hield. Knocked away. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Randall with the drive. And it's Randall with the jam.
Well, got the momentum. Randall's a terror when he gets those steps underneath him right to the rack.
So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they...
Golden State Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the small forward. And for Orlando, on the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the 1. The kick out to Banchero. Can't nail the jumper.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And here's Curry for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. Fade away. No luck on that one. And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. To the middle. Green, the pass to Curry. Back to Green. Here he goes. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Offensively, this is Green at his best in attack mode.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Now, here's Green. Looney passes to Green. Shot clock at 6. The kick out, Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Green, good for 3. Green's got 5.
You've got to respect Green at the arc. If he gets open out there, he can make you pay.
Carter, a screen on Curry. Here's Suggs. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. Banchero outside. Back to Suggs. 4-3. Looney grabs a miss. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Butler. On the wing, Payton, defended by Wagner. Outside for Butler. From the arc. Orlando with the rebound. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley, and no surprise, Steph Curry was the topic of conversation on how they'll defend Steph. Coach laughed, is there a way? I mean, this guy is not just a shooter. Steph's ball handling, his passing, it's what makes him an all-time great. It's always a pleasure to watch Steph Curry, and we get another chance to tonight. Guys.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Curry. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Butler. From deep three-point land. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, Caldwell Pope. To the inside. Suggs outside. Rebounded by Butler.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Beyond the arc. Counted from distance. Butler's got 6.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Orlando again missing.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Now here's Green. 3-pointer. Outside Payton. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from deep.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Love the intensity from Curry, finding a way to work through the contact.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Payton passes to Looney. And Looney with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Oh, so staggering display of range here. I mean, that took some serious confidence.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors up 15 points as this quarter concludes. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
They've got Mo Wagner, Cole Anthony out there with Gary Harris. Then there's Jonathan Isaac, and it's De Silva in at the three. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking at officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the officials.
De Silva off the left rim and out. The Warriors lead by 17. And here's Kuminga for three. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Tipped. Jackson Davis with it, and Anthony picks him up defensively.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Jackson Davis.
For Orlando, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. De Silva with the bucket.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Healed for 3. It's hauled in by Isaac. Magic trail by 16. Here's De Silva. 3-pointer, no good.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Podziemski. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Podziemski's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Pass to Anthony. On the take. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Fighting to the finish. Cole Anthony gets his and then some.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. Isaac for 3, sinks the tray. Isaac's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Warriors lead by 14. And Anthony, here we go. And Anthony slams it in.
Turning on the afterburners on the drive. Good to see Anthony using his athleticism in these situations.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Green. Back to Curry. Crafty move. It's hauled in by the Magic. 1:46 left to play in the first half of basketball. Wagner finds Isaac. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Wagner. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Green. Golden State has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Anthony with a bucket.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Anthony with it. He's got 6. Picked by Isaac. De Silva. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. De Silva's got 6 points in the quarter.
A capable floor general. I love watching Anthony set up his teammates.
Here's Looney. Second chance effort. Oh, Looney with the smooth move inside.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Isaac for 3. Knocks down the long J. Isaac's got 6.
Boy, nice rhythm that time. See how Isaac let it fly right off the catch? That shows you confidence in the jumper.
Butler passes to Curry. Back to Butler. Pass to Looney. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Butler gets the assist. 11 points in the game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Kevon Looney really making a difference here.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And so in the game for the Warriors, they've got Kuminga. Buddy Hield is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Moody, and it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Wagner. Here's Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
Boy, nice finish that time by Isaac. Power and athleticism on that dunk.
Hield against Harris. Hield on the wing. Still no points. And the shot's good.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Anthony with it. Kuminga defends. Anthony, the pass to Isaac.
Gotta like the aggressiveness there inside from Isaac. Not afraid to mix it up and go into the defender.
Orlando shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Orlando, Jonathan Isaac taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. And here's Pajemski. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Connects from downtown. Pajemski's got 7 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And here's Harris outside. The rebound by Moody. The Warriors lead by 14. It's stolen by Isaac. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And Isaac is a nice passer. I mean, he senses when his guys are ready to shoot the ball and gets it to him quickly.
Outside Moody. Hield against Harris. Here's Hield. Puts up a deep 3. De Silva with a rebound. Harris outside. No good on the 3. The Warriors have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. You know, to be a high-volume shooter like Buddy Hield, you have to have a lot of self-confidence, Clark.
Well, not just self-confidence, B.A. You better have the ability to knock down shots, and Buddy Hield has that in spades. He can get it done from any direction he needs to, going right, going left off the catch. He can dribble into the three on occasion. That shot he's got is pure.
Golden State is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to post. Now Hield. And he drives in. It's hauled in by Isaac. And so Anthony will bring it up for the Magic. They trail by 11. Isaac outside. Anthony with it. Ball stolen. Podziemski with it. And Anthony picks him up defensively. The pull-up J. It's not going to go for him. Orlando shooting about 43% on this one. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Back to Podziemski. And it's blocked by Isaac.
You know, he's gifted with incredible length. Isaac is almost a footer, 7 feet that is, so he should pile up the block shots.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving, get something better.
Pass to Podziemski. The three. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Now Isaac. Wagner with a screen on Kuminga. Isaac, the pass to Wagner. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
The Warriors lead by 10. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Kuminga. Outside Moody. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Suggs surveys the D. The three from Banchero. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
At the line for 3.
Good on the second one. And he nails the third. Just 4 seconds left in the third. And a deep three from Curry. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Carter in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Fires the three. Payton's shot is good. And the Warriors lead by 11.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Suggs with the bucket.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Here's Curry. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
The Warriors lead by 10. Outside for Butler. Pass to Green. This one for three. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
A pleasant surprise from Draymond there. I mean, I love when he looks for his offense.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Golden State has gone...
Oh, hey, how about that? Big time right there. Big time. Whoa. He sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that.
Yes, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Green, the pass to Curry. And the three off target.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
And Wagner gets it to go.
Pretty nimble play that time by Wagner, pulling up before the defense could get set to stop him.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. The shot by Butler, no good. Magic trail by 10. Up top, Banchero. Green covering. Caldwell Pope. The pass to Suggs. Six to shoot. On the wing, Suggs. Shoots over Curry. And Orlando again with the bucket.
His teammates expect Suggs to hit these shots, and he doesn't disappoint them.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Suggs against Curry. Pass to Butler. The three is up. And again, no good by Golden State. The Magic have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. And Carroll finds Caldwell Pope. And Carroll with a screen on Butler. For three, Caldwell Pope gets the three to fall. And it's now only a 5-point Warrior lead.
Nothing like being assertive and aggressive in critical spots. KCP coming through for his team.
On the wing, Curry. He's covered by Suggs. Curry against Caldwell Pope. Curry passes to Payton. From downtown, Curry's shot is off.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And Carroll counted and the foul. It's on Stephen Curry.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll will take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
And the free throw, no good. Pass to post. Outside Payton. And here's Green from the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Orlando has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Carter, and he sinks it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
No question about it. Curry is on fire right now.
Suggs outside, out to the right wing. Here's Banchero. And it's in. And that one brings them within 1.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now Curry. It falls!
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Oh, stolen by Peyton. And here's Green from the arc. Drops in the three. Fires from way outside. Misses there. And so the Warriors take the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is...
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
this NBA. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He is joined by McDaniels. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And for Orlando, sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the point. Well, Doris, both these teams have the luxury of a very deep bench.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of talent on both rosters. What that means is the defenses need to be active and aware even when substitutions are made, because the next basket can come from absolutely any guy on the floor.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Banchero. To the paint. Suggs against DiVincenzo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Orlando ball.
Wagner with it. Carter sets the pick for Wagner. That 3 off the mark. Pass to McDaniels. Minnesota again turning it over.
Orlando ball.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Now let's go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jamal Mosley.
And we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. That one goes. Count it. McDaniels got the game going here with the first basket for Minnesota. Suggs against McDaniel. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Suggs with the steal. Stolen by McDaniels. Outside Edwards. DiVincenzo kicks to Randle. Back to DiVincenzo. Puts the move on, and he sinks the layup.
We know Julius Randle can score, but that scoring ability will be set up by that kind of play. What a pretty pass from the big man.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randle has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Randle a screen on Suggs. Edwards, here he goes.
A combination of size and athleticism makes Anthony Edwards so tough to check on the drive. Good luck and good night.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Randle dishes to McDaniels.
2 minutes.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards passes to Reid, and Reid throws it down.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Banchero a screen on DiVincenzo. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Pass to Randle. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Reid misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
The Magic again can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. That's tipped.
Get that out of here, Jalen Suggs. Send it back, young sir.
Banchero kicks to Caldwell Pope. Banchero is screened for Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wagner. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And he gets it to go from the corner. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And Carroll passes to Suggs. Out to Carter. Beyond the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I'll tell you, Carroll wants to see the answer from 3, and he decides to do it himself.
Edwards looking it over. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Here's Ben Carroll. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Minnesota?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
We've got Mo Wagner. Cole Anthony is out there with Black. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's De Silva in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Alexander Walker. Can't connect from short range.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Break every year. Injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Conley with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Conley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Anthony against Conley. Anthony with the bucket.
I love it when guards are willing to get on the inside and go ahead and make plays. Cole Anthony, a scorer by nature.
To the middle. Here's Shannon. Still without a basket. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Alexander Walker finds Gobert and finished off by Gobert.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing. And those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. It's Black in the corner. Driving in, and then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Unbelievable explosion. Shows a great burst to the rim and extends over the taller defender.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Gobert the screen. Pass to Shannon. Stolen away. Here's Anthony. Right to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Man, my goodness, the momentum of the drive, the airtime on the finish. Cole Anthony, that is too nice.
Here's Conley. What a terrific move that was. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. Pass to Black. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Black's got the lead up to 2 now for the Magic.
Well, it's excellent recognition from Cole Anthony, but how about your offense working to get a man that wide open? Pretty.
Conley, the pass to Shannon. Timberwolves passing it around. Gobert, the screen. Here's Alexander Walker. The three-pointer is right on target.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Anthony Gobert with the block.
Wow, insanely tough to get a shot off when Rudy Gobert is around. Wow.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Black kicks to Isaac. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Anthony against Conley. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Wagner. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Outside Anthony. Isaac right side. Here's Black. Defended by Alexander Walker. 5 to shoot. Here's De Silva. Top of the key. Gobert pulls it in. Here's Shannon. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Conley. And here's Ingles outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the Fan Half-Court Shot. Drum. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Cole Anthony having a dominant impact, guys, in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Reed. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 5. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Edwards loves it in there.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Wagner with a screen for Banchero. Took him no time at all on that one. Banchero's got 5.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. No good. That would have tied it. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's DiVincenzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game. And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Carter pulls it in. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. There's Wagner with the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Wagner's got it all tied up now for the Magic. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, What now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Suggs. The muscle from Edwards.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Wagner passes to Carter. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Carter with a screen on DiVincenzo. Back to Carter. Stolen by Reed. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Carter. Down low. And finish off by Wagner.
Well, that shows you the combination of size, strength from Franz Wagner. Like, seriously, well done right there.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That's good from Wagner. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Now Reed, a three ball. Carter pulls it in. Caldwell Pope against DiVincenzo. Caldwell Pope passes to Suggs. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Reed with the block. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Deflects the pass. Suggs with the steal. And here we go with the Magic fast break. All going up court. Here's Carter. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Orlando.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
4 on the shot clock. Reed finds Edwards. Back to Reed from deep three-point land. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Poor execution. That was not how they drew up that possession.
And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
Offensive rebound. And a wide open shot from Reed. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Banchero right side. There's Wagner with the three. And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's DiVincenzo. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Banchero. Back to Caldwell Pope. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Pass to Suggs. And Banchero, here we go.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Give him his size and speed. He's going to be a handful.
And that's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Randall finds Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Suggs against McDaniel. Banchero, a screen on McDaniel. Fires the three. And it's Banchero missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to Reed. Outside Edwards. Edwards on target. Drills it from way out there.
Boy, that was deep. Anthony Edwards testing the limitations of his range on that one.
And Carter has it in the corner. Banchero inside. He's defended by Randall. Carter sets the pick for Wagner. 6 to shoot. Banchero passes to Wagner. A three. Randall grabs the board. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. Pass to DiVincenzo. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Wagner from long range. Chains it from downtown. Wagner's got 9 points here in the second half.
Don't you love that a young player like Franz Wagner is so willing to deliver in the clutch? Wow.
Right wing, here's Reed, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time. Jalen Suggs, a big-time bucket. This guy is fearless.
Out to the right wing. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. Now McDaniels. From 18 feet away. Randall no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Caldwell Pope against DiVincenzo. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniel.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Banchero kicks to Wagner. Carter dishes to Suggs. Carter with a screen on McDaniel. Into the lane. And Suggs throws it down.
And Jalen Suggs, despite his youth, proving he's willing to step up when his team needs him.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. And here's Wagner. Back to Banchero. And Wagner has it in the corner. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenge.
bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Now here's Payton. Takes a 3, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
DiVincenzo against Curry. The 3 ball. And DiVincenzo hits from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Butler can't get it to go. Butler against Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. The double clutch. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Butler can't get it to go. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against Link. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Hey, good luck stopping Edwards when he puts his head down and attacks the basket.
Inside. Here's Green. The kick out. Curry. Will it go? It's rebounded by Minnesota. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Payton. Curry against McDaniels. And here's Butler outside. And stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. McDaniels from long range. On target from range. McDaniels got 5 points.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Butler can't get it to go.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
For 3. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 8. Here's Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. Shoots over Reed. Green finds Butler. Edwards pulls it in.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Golden State has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Shot is good by Curry.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Green against Randle. It's stolen by Green. Butler taking his time here. The kick out. Curry from behind the arc. Hits the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
To the right side. Here's DiVincenzo, and that one is stuffed right through.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Now here's McDaniels. 5 points in the game. Reed, good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Drive by Curry. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Now Edwards. Reed finds Edwards. Back to Reed. There's the triple. The Warriors pull it in. Outside Curry. Pass to Green. Butler with the ball. Outside Curry. And here's Payton. And here's Butler outside. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Minnesota. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. We've got Mike Conley. Joe Ingles is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Shannon in at the 3 slot. Here's Alexander Walker. Ingles from outside. Knocks down the triple. Ingles has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Podziemski. And it's Green missing.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Alexander Walker. Ingles passes to Conley. Fires for 3. And Ingles gets it to go. The assist by Conley. Ingles got 6 points.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
The shot by Podziemski, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
Here's Butler. He takes it in. Outside Podziemski. Launches it from deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Podziemski's got 6 points in the quarter.
The all-around game of Butler. He's all about sharing the rock and getting his guys involved.
Here's Shannon. No made baskets yet.
That is a textbook block out to secure the rebound.
And here's Butler outside. Here's Looney. Another shot. Oh, Looney with the smooth move inside.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Here's Conley. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Warriors trail by 6. Hield on the wing. Covered by Alexander Walker. Hield passes to Butler. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. And Looney with the slam.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
And his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Butler. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Here's Shannon. And he dunks it down.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And David West in the house, taking in the game.
You know, West won a pair of rings with the franchise. I'm sure Warrior fans are happy to see him here in the building.
Now here's Hield. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Looney. Outside Kuminga. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Oh, got that one up quick. And it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, Conley is a consummate team player. He loves to get other guys good shots.
Hield fires from way outside, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
And the foul called on Brandon Pajemski. That's his first foul.
Substitution for your Warriors.
1:06 left in the first half.
Stephen Curry.
And the jam by Gobert.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Outside Curry. Hield for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Hield's got 6.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Outside, Ingles. Conley passes to Ingles. Over Kuminga. Ingles, no good.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Outside Hield. Shot clock at 5. Moody from outside. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Right side Conley. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. And so it's Minnesota. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Warriors trail by 9. Curry and Hield to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Moody is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Minnesota's gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Jackson Davis. Still without a bucket. He drops it from range.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3-ball is falling. That's how good he is.
DiVincenzo against Curry. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 7.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
The 3 from Curry. Curry with another miss. The Timberwolves lead by 10. McDaniels from long range. Rebounded by Hield. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Outside Reed. McDaniels with it. Kuminga defends. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Reed. And it's a 12-point Minnesota lead. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
And so it's Minnesota with it. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Drains the triple.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Minnesota's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. No coverage that time. He has 6.
Well, you have to be careful with Edwards on the arc because he is completely fearless.
Hield on the wing from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Outside McDaniels. Off target from outside. Warriors trail by 16. Curry passes to Hield. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And the Warriors make some changes. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Kuminga. Butler comes in for Moody. And Payton is subbed in for Hield. Outside Payton. They need this. Nails it from 3. Payton's got 6.
With all eyes on Steph when he has the ball, his teammates find openings, and he finds them.
And the foul called on Draymond Green.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes.
Tries to keep it alive. Oh, it's stolen by Butler.
Excellent defensive instincts leading to the quick reaction.
Deflects the pass. Tries to break his ice. Jackson Davis. Right side Payton. Outside Curry. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Payton. And here's Green from the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed for 3. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Butler outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Reed finds Randall. Now Reed takes the 3. Pure from 3-point range.
3 points.
9 points in the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry. Any breathing room he gets is too much.
In transition, here come the Warriors. Jackson Davis with it. Randall's in his pocket. The kick out. Curry. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Jackson Davis. And again, it's Golden State.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Here's DiVincenzo following the score by Golden State. And here's Edwards outside. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Payton passes to Green. Oh, Green flexing on him with the strong finish.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
McDaniels from long range. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
Dante DiVincenzo.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Payton passes to Butler. Jimmy buckets with the tray.
Unselfish offense leads to Butler getting something in rhythm.
Outside McDaniels. Randall outside. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Butler, a screen on McDaniels. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is this engaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
Out to DiVincenzo. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Golden State basketball.
Warriors have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Payton. And a two-handed jam!
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
Outside Payton. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Edwards looking for an opening. Randall outside. Back to Edwards. Randall a screen on Payton. 5 to shoot. Edwards a pass to Randall. And the Warriors pushing it up now. And here's Butler outside. And the Warriors with another three.
This is Jimmy Buckets at his best. Rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Now here's Podziemski. Not a lot of room. Outside Payton. With the drive. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Stephen Curry. He's checked in for Podziemski.
Now into the lineup for your Warriors.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
Stephen Curry. 2 minutes remaining.
Green against Randall.
2 minutes.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Randall against Green. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
A terrific position defender. Draymond can also challenge shots and protect the rim.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Heald's checked in. Ooh, poked away. 2 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Good to see Hield upping his defensive intensity there, making an impact with his high energy.
Green finds Butler. Hield, screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Curry. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Edwards. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to Randall. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Curry with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Shot is up. Great look there, but off target.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Back to Randall. Reed for 3. Fires in the triple.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
To the paint. Here's Randall. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Curry's shot is off.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby,
two of the deeper rosters in the NBA.
Well, we should recognize the front office doing just a great job, Kevin, of understanding that depth will win you championships and get you through a long season. They've done a great job of filling out these rosters with a ton of quality players.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the 1 spot. Pass to Carter. Magic moving the ball around. Back to Suggs. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Green. And here's Looney. Carter pulls it in.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Suggs passes to Carter. Carter sets the pick for Wagner. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. Carter on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And his first shot of the game, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Greg. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
And here's Banchero following Draymond Green's 3. And it's Banchero missing. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Curry. Pass to Looney. Outside for Curry. And the 3 off target.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Team foul.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Good on the triple.
You got to stay connected to Caldwell Pope. He's a knockdown shooter, and he can get it going.
Butler on the wing. There's the triple. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Orlando's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Green finds Payton. And Payton throws it down hard.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Oh, strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
Carter sets the pick for Suggs. Wagner wide open. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors trailing. Green kicks to Curry. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. The Magic have gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
And more than respectable from 3. Banchero stretching his range there. Wow.
And it's in there.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Here's Suggs. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Kevon Looney. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Green. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Buddy Hield in for Payton. Hield outside. Curry against Suggs. Curry kicks to Kuminga. Here's Jackson Davis. Second chance shot. Kuminga, no good. Magic leading by 5. For 3, Caldwell Pope. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Moody the pass to Kuminga. Back to Moody. Here's the 3. It's stolen by Carter. Caldwell Pope for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No short. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kuminga out there with Moody. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Podziemski in at the 1. And for such a young player, Brandon Podziemski has a mature game.
Well, Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player, and Brandon does a great job of that.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Anthony kicks to Isaac. No good on the triple. The Warriors shooting well, 50% from the floor. Pass to Moody. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Intercepted. And up the court come the Magic on the break. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Off target from outside. So it's the Warriors now, trailing by 2. Shoots. A putback. It's good on the putback.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Here's Anthony, and there's the drive. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Kuminga. Still scoreless. And it's sent back by Isaac. Over to the left wing. Here's Black. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And Anthony's got the ball here for Orlando. Isaac outside. He tries for 3. Another miss by Orlando. Golden State's got fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Inside, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Black. Back to Isaac. Takes the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Isaac's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding, rising up off the ground.
Anthony. And he drops it in from the low post. We've got 1:48 left here in the second. Pass to Kuminga. On the wing, Hield. Outside, Kuminga. Now Podziemski. Just 5 on the clock. Another shot. And it's good on the way. Podziemski's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Black, covered by Heel. Out to Anthony. Here's Isaac. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And you just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form. How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jimmy Butler comes in for Moody. Payton, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Now, here's Wagner. Still yet to score. Shakes him. He takes it in. And finished off by Wagner.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Looney passes to Butler. Jacks up a three. That one, no good. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. The Warriors pull it in. They get a hand on it. Outside Butler. There's Looney. The kick outside to Butler. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Warriors have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
No good from outside. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. It's time now to go courtside, as we said. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nice game, notable performance by Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has. Get up and throw it down.
And Stephen Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Number 2.
Caldwell Pope pushes to Carter.
Podziemski.
Pulls up on the wing. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got 9.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Pass to Payton, and stolen by Wagner. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second-chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Butler against Suggs. Butler kicks to Green. Back to Butler. Butler with the bucket down low.
Jimmy B doing his work there, challenging in the lane.
The Magic trail by 3. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Magic have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And just not the guy you want shooting the ball from the free throw line against you. Caldwell Pope can more than hold his own.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Moses Moody comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Hield subbed in for Gary Payton. Now here's Hield. Driving inside. And then Hield with the dunk.
Well, the shot is going to set up opportunities for Buddy Hield to do things like that.
Anthony kicks to Caldwell Pope. Three-pointer. The Magic again can't hit. Warriors leading by 3. Hield with the bucket. Hield's got 6.
A little tease there from Buddy Hield, showing his explosiveness. Undersized, but able to convert inside.
Anthony finds Isaac. The Magic again can't hit. The Warriors have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. They grab their own miss. Jackson Davis. Oh! And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a
forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. 3-on-3. Caldwell Pope with it. Now Green defending. 1:12 left in the third. Pass to Anthony. Isaac outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
3 points.
Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, the fluid release, that assured attitude. Isaac feels like he can score from here anytime he wants.
Hield against Caldwell Pope. Hield can't hit. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Wagner outside. Back to Isaac. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Back to Wagner. Caldwell Pope pass to Isaac for the tie. And Moody pulls it down.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's De Silva. No good on the last second attempt there. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The Warriors on top, up by. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Stephen Curry. Moody is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Payton. And it's Looney in at the 5. Butler in the corner. Over Anthony. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Banchero has screen on Payton. Carter outside. Wagner outside to take the lead. And it's Carter missing. The Warriors leading. Three-pointer, Payton. Oh, they get it back. The Magic shooting straight 49% from the field. So they take the lead. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Yes, that goes in.
That's tough finish. That's not just a great shooter, but really great numbers through the years as being an elite finisher.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. And it's off from three-point range. Oh, Curry making a statement.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hand.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect decision-making from him out there.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Fires the three. And it's Banchero missing. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 5-point game. And Kuminga gets it to go.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
That one drops for him.
Bigger than your average guard, Suggs can score all around the floor, including down low.
And a deep three from Curry. Here's Butler, and now we've got the intentional foul. Intavious Caldwell-Pope is checked in for Anthony.
First team foul. Magic Suggs, number 3.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Butler from outside. And it's Suggs with the rebound. The Magic trail by 6. Carter outside. Pass to Wagner. 2 minutes solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Wagner's got 5 points in the quarter.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Curry kicks to Butler. Lock at 6. Hard earned by Butler.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
Suggs passes to Wagner. Over in the corner, Banchero. Over Kuminga. And it's Banchero missing. Warriors leading by 6. Curry from deep three-point land. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Caldwell-Pope for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The alley-oop layup, very well done. Kuminga's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. Back to Payton. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. And now it's an 11-point Warrior lead.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Kuminga with a wide open look. Offensive rebound outside Curry. Latrey trains the three-pointer.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
And here is Suggs. So we see the Warriors taking the game here, even early on in this one. Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Alt.